One day it just clicked.
Hey, Yappy, if you end the conversation, I'll get you an Egg McMuffin.
How about a sausage McMuffin with hash browns?
You got a deal.
Well, the comments have spoken. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to your Alaska McMuffins NHL 20 McMuffin franchise mode. We're here back, and I just want to say I've never seen so much support for a single player in any of my franchise modes. Tyroning, Lubomir the Milkman Mahalik, Agent C, Felix Pox, Alex Ovechkin, it doesn't matter. I've never had this much support for one particular player, Rick McMuffin. Now, we're going to talk about him. We're going to talk about the potential trade. We're going to talk about the positives, the negatives to acquiring a guy like Rick McMuffin. And I'm not completely sold, but I think the more I talk about it, I'll probably be sold on it. But I just can't believe, like, every single comment was all about McMuffin, and they were all awesome. So let's talk about him, Rick McMuffin. First, I guess, let's talk about our draft. Unfortunately, we missed. We missed a few times. If you look at Pittsburgh, actually, Pittsburgh was actually in a really good spot in that draft, because not only did they get Rick McMuffin, the GOAT, they also got Paul, and he's 83 out of the draft. So, I mean, Preston Paul, he's looking really, really good. 50 goals in junior. And then there's Rick McMuffin. He slipped to the second round. And there's people saying, oh, you edited the draft, you did that. And I did edit the draft, but I only edited those two players. Everyone else was completely computer generated. I saw some comments, and I don't know if they're true or not, and I might bring it up to the EA devs, but it's if you stack a draft, the AI will put higher overall players in that draft. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but it made sense because the top, like, 11 picks were all, like, 80 to 84 overall. It was ridiculous. So not only did they get McMuffin, they also got Preston Paul, which they may be more inclined to trade a guy like McMuffin because they did get a stud. 83 overall at the 9th position. That's just wild. There was a whole bunch of comments at the start talking about Rick McMuffin, but Leo Banana says, we need McMuffin. Imagine every time he scores, all the fans get free muffins. I'm just saying, I love a good blueberry muffin. Now, Brandon Barenfeld, I was waiting for his comment. He says, definitely trade for McMuffin and offer sheet Tolvanen. That's a W you need right now. Or you can just attempt to trade for Michkov. Now, Michkov was a player I tried my hardest. You guys saw I was sweating. I was trying to make this trade go through, but I just can't see a possible thing without giving up like multiple first-round picks. Probably not going to be able to get Michkov. Michkov with 41 goals in an A+ league. My God, he's such a stud. I agree with you, man. He is an absolute beast. Say we get Tolvanen and we also get Rick McMuffin. It brings a smile to my face every time I say that name. It sounds so outrageous and so silly, but Rick McMuffin. If we get both of those players, it kind of screws up my plan. I kind of only want one of them, and part of me is leaning towards Rick McMuffin. So here's how the forward core would look with McMuffin or Tolvanen on the first line. Bertuzzi, Wenberg, McMuffin / Tolvanen, Kiefer Bellows, Biggie Schmaltz, and then Andre Burakovsky, Kapanen, Wright, and then X, which could be Rick McMuffin. We could put McMuffin on the third line. That's a scorer that could work with Shane Wright, and then we could eventually have a first line of Shane Wright, McMuffin, and Bertuzzi, everyone's three favorite players. So that's kind of how it's looking right now. Wright's a playmaker, Kapanen's a two-way forward, so regardless, I'd like to get a sniper for the third line. I think that's something we can find in free agency. However, I don't think that we are going to be able to get Tolvanen. I don't think that Nashville is going to let him go. He is only wanting 2.1 million, but we're going to have to offer like 4.5, which is totally fine. I'm totally cool with doing that. Maybe even 5 million. He's definitely worth it, and I want to make make sure I get Tolvanen. If we get Tolvanen, that's a long game plan. That's an end game player, Eli Tolvanen. That's an end game type player. So if we want to go with Tolvanen, we're basically giving him the first line wing, even though he's going to be playing on his off wing. He's a left winger. Obviously, Bertuzzi is a left winger, so it's really not the end of the world. But if we get Tolvanen, we offer sheet him this. What's it going to cost us? And this is a investment. We are investing at least a first. Oh wait, we don't even have the correct amount of picks. Well, why? I thought we had. Oh, maybe no, we don't have a second this year. Okay, so what if we do 4.5? I thought we had all of our picks though. What about 4.5? What does that do? So we have to pay a second. Okay, that's fine. I will pay a second all day, every day, but it looks like that's the max we're going to be able to get Eli Tolvanen. If I try any more, it's going to be a first, and I just don't have it. I highly doubt that they're just not going to match that. I mean, they are stretched to the cap, but I still think it's a very, very low possibility that we do end up getting Eli Tolvanen. So that brings back McMuffin. What do we do here? If it doesn't work out, I'm going to try it. I'm also going to try for McMuffin. But we do have a comment about McMuffin. Tyler says, imagine this, the day after the draft and your favorite team trades their 12th and their 32nd pick straight up. A little bit unrealistic. Leave McMuffin where he is. Now, I've seen a few comments about that, and I agree with you. I don't usually do that. I don't think I've ever traded for a player that's strictly just been drafted by that team, but there's always a but. It's McMuffin. It's McMuffin. Come on, that's the but. I mean, they also got Paul, so they kind of hit a home run, and then they got like in the park home run as well. Look at that, a little baseball reference. You love to see it. What do you know about multi-sport references? But I think we can get McMuffin from the Pittsburgh Penguins. If we give them an offer, they simply cannot refuse. Now, originally, I was thinking we are going to give them Persod. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that name right. We ended up picking him with our first round pick, 12th overall. So it wasn't great because there was like 81s and 82s that went right after. He's not bad. I like him because he's only 17 years old at 78 overall. Any other circumstance, this is a home run. But he's not a sniper. He's a two-way forward. Our scouts were wrong. So if we were to package a forward, a defenseman, and a pick, I'm saying we give up Julkinen and we give up a third. I want to give up a third for next year, and that is a ton to give up, but it makes sense. Obviously, Pittsburgh wants to hang on to their guy they just drafted, but if we give them an offer, they absolutely cannot refuse. We picked Julkinen in the 3rd round, so it's kind of like we're playing with house money. We got him in the year 1 draft, but we're giving up a young stud here who is only 17 years old, but he's 78. He could be absolutely nasty, and this could be a bad trade down the road for us. But if we can get an 82 overall, 18-year-old right out of the gate to jump into the NHL, because Albert is still at least a year away, I think this is going to be the offer I'm going to present Pittsburgh, and I think they're going to have to take it. That is way too good of an offer, but I saw some comments that were saying, oh, it's unrealistic. Of course it is. We're going to make it kind of more fair by giving Pittsburgh a trade they just really can't refuse. So I think the writing's on the wall here. We're going to see if we can get Tolvanen. If not, it's McMuffin on the first line. That's my plan. I really don't think they're going to take this. 4.5 million. He's probably going to accept it, but I highly, highly doubt Nashville will let this thing go. Plus, they have a history of matching offer sheets with Shea Weber and the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm going to try it. We're basically paying a second for Eli Tolvanen. We ended up paying a third for Kiefer Bellows, and that really worked out for us. So I don't know, man. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead, sign some players for our AHL team, all these low elites, of course. That's just free money. Thank you very much. I'm also going to see if we need anything to work on our defense. I'm going to sign the scouts. I'm going to do all that stuff off camera while I wait. I'm also taking a bit of a risk here because I don't know. Oh, wait. Oh my God. We get a trade offer right away? Oh, okay. I've never had that happen before. So we could pay an additional second. Oh man, we should just pay the additional second right now, shouldn't we? I've never had this happen before. That's absolutely hilarious. I wonder what's going to happen if the game's going to be like, wait, What's going on? We should pay the additional second and just take Tolvanen. That's so funny. I've never had that happen. Will he go to our $4.3 million offer? See, I don't want them to match it and then they're not going to want to trade him because his trade value is going to be way higher. What if we can get out of this without giving you another second? I'm cool to give you the 1 second, but what if I give you like a B-level prospect? Do I have any prospect goalies? Not really. Nick Malik is my best prospect goalie. I've never had this situation before. I wonder if he's just going to sign the contract that we gave the offer sheet to? I don't know how this works. Okay, what if I made it a third and a fourth instead of 2 seconds? We're going to push it back to 2025, 2026 for Eli Tolvanen. Will that go through? Trade rejected. If I said yes to this, Nashville fans would think I lost my mind. They already think you lost your mind. You're going to trade me Eli Tolvanen for a couple of seconds. How about 2/3? Will that go through? Trade rejected. Sweeten it just a bit. We can get by giving some later round picks. I don't really want to give up 2 seconds. I'm comfortable with 2/3 and a fifth. Will that go through? Trade accepted. There you go. Okay, Nashville, I see you. I'm happy to see your counter proposal is still in line with the objectives. Sure, that's fine. Okay, now, and does he still want $2 million? I have so many questions. Okay, so these are all the scouts that I just gave a contract to. Perfect. I'm going to get all these guys out of the way, and we're going to see what Eli Tolvanen says, if anything. Okay, so I'm 6 days into free agency, and what I think happened, I'm pretty sure that the offer sheet now just becomes ill and void. It doesn't really count anymore since he's on the team that we offer sheeted him. I don't know what the actual rules are to that. I'd love to know. Eli Tolvanen, please don't want like $8 or $9 million. He wants 1.5? Okay, so if we go up, he wants a lot of money. So he's basically betting on himself for 2 years. You know what? I'm totally cool with that. That is way better than 4.5 million, and I only had to pay a nothing prospect, a third and a fifth and a second instead of 2 seconds. So I am thrilled with this. 1.5 for 2 years. Are you sure about that? Oh my goodness, there you go. Okay, so now becomes Rick McMuffin time. I am thinking of moving a guy like Colton Parayko who's making a bunch of money. It really didn't work out last year. I mean, maybe I'll see what it looks like at the start of the year, but this is our defensive core that we're going to rock with. I might have to add someone to play with Nikita Zadorov on the third line pairing, so preferably an offensive defenseman if we have one. I'm probably going to have to look in free agency here for like a mid-80s, for like an 81 overall offensive defenseman to play with Nikita Zadorov, because it's going to be Hedman and Soderstrom, then Hamilton and Parayko, so I got to find that in free agency. Now, maybe do we go get Rick McMuffin for the third line winger? I think we have to. Before I try and trade for Rick McMuffin, what's going to happen with Tolvanen? Is he going to sign for 2 years at $1.5 million? That is a steal. And oh my god, it actually happened. Eli Tolvanen, welcome to the first line. Holy crap. Okay, now let's trade for Rick McMuffin. So with Rick McMuffin, I still think I'm going to add these 2 key players. Julkinen, which is still a big piece. I might just go with these 2 players, actually, since we had to trade some more picks to get Eli Tolvanen. But I'm thinking we trade Albert and Julkinen for Rick McMuffin. I think we should just do it, get it done. Pittsburgh gets 2 stud prospects. We get the guy we want. Everybody wins in the long run. This is an unconventional deal, but something that had to be done. Rick McMuffin, are you coming to Alaska? Trade accepted. This is an absolute no-brainer for us here in Pittsburgh, obviously. That makes me feel way better. We gave them triple what their asking price was. Rick McMuffin, welcome to Alaska. Now, with everything basically ready to go, we need to find an offensive defenseman who's cheap and someone that we can just sign for the third line pairing. I see Sami Vatanen, he wants $4 million. Money's not really a problem, but I kind of just want to find someone who's going to fit. A nice vet maybe like Alex Goligoski. He's an offensive defenseman, 37 years old though. He doesn't got much left in the tank, that's for sure. Let's see if there's anyone out there. Maybe someone who's won a Stanley Cup? Maybe get some veteran presence out there. Let's have a look. So this is an interesting one. Miko Leitnin, who I created for the Pittsburgh Penguins, he is pretty damn good. 29 years old. He's an offensive defenseman. His stats are pretty good. He's a created player, so he could probably pop off. He's really cheap. He's a UFA. Absolutely. That's going to fit with Nikita Zadorov. Okay, I think our team is good to go. We got McMuffin. We got Tolvanen. I can't really believe it, to be honest with you. Miko Leitnin says yes, so yeah, we're all good to go. So basically my plan is hopefully McMuffin becomes that legitimate second line scorer that we can use. Eventually Burakovsky will be traded or whatever, but basically I want him to be that 86, 87 overall stud that we can have there on the second line to eventually play with whatever second liner it's going to be, whether we hang on to Wenberg or whether we hang on to Biggie Schmaltz. There's a lot going on here in this franchise mode, and it's only getting better. I think it's time we revisit the captaincy here. Let's see what's going on. We're still going to rock with Biggie Schmaltz as the captain, Zion Bertuzzi as the assistant, and they got Nikita Zadorov as an A. I mean, that's the way it was before. Why change it up? Eventually, I think Miko Hedman will probably get the A, if not the C. I don't know if Zion is really C potential, but once we move on from Biggie Schmaltz, or we decide to go elsewhere in another direction, I think that Miko Hedman could be captain material. So let's check out the lines here. Maybe Tolvanen gets a +5. Okay, Tolvanen's an 89. Oh my god. All right, let's see firsthand. Oh my god, Kapanen's an 87. What the hell? He's still listed as a third liner, which I like. Okay, we could be nasty this year. So that's going to be this line here with McMuffin, Kapanen, and Wright. Oh boy, that's nasty. Then we got Steenbergen, Roach, and Justin here, who's actually a pretty decent player for us. 24 years old. He fits great on that line. We have a playmaker, power forward. I'd love a sniper on that, a fourth line sniper. So now I want to see a +5, please. Oh, it's only a +1. What if we did this? Oh god, it's a +3. Ah, they ruin everything. Why are you doing this to me? Okay, so why? why? What if we did this? Okay, it's a +3 with Burakovsky and Bellows. Okay, all right. I can't really get rid of Schmaltz right now. Oh man, I can already. Oh my god, we get a +5 here with Wenberg, Burakovsky, and Kiefer Bellows. I have to do that, right? I absolutely have to do that. What if we did this? Okay, it's only a +3. I think Tolvanen is definitely first line material. I just think once Shane Wright is like 87, 88 overall, I think this could potentially be a +5. So we're going to wait. We're going to go with Biggie, Zion, and then Eli. And we're going to go Burakovsky, Wenberg, Kiefer Bellows, Kapanen, Wright, McMuffin. I'd still like to get a sniper on this line, but we'll have to wait and see. So real quick, we're going to go, ooh, Victor Soderstrom at an 84. You love to see it. We're not going to go like this. We're going to go like this. Hold on one second. You're going to go there, and you're going to go there. So it's a +1. It's a +3 if I give Lettinen with Parayko. However, I don't love Dougie Hamilton on the third line pairing, but giving up 2 +3s is definitely hard to do. Hunter Lightning still an 87 overall. It's good. I'm still waiting for him to. I think once the team gets better, his overall is gonna skyrocket. So I'm not too worried about Hunter Lightning here. And then as for scratch players, we have Deneen and Huskins. Now Huskins is ready to go for the fourth line. He's a big power forward, 6'5". I mean, we kind of just got that with Roach on our third line. Sorry, our fourth line. I'm definitely not going to put Roach there. What if I did 2 power forwards and Tyler Steenbergen? Will that work out? Let me see. So 2 power forwards still doesn't give it a +1, obviously, but I think we're going to give the chance to the big kid here, Cole Huckins. Look at our fourth line. They're massive, 6'5", 6'5", and then just a little guy, Tyler Steenbergen. Okay, I think we're going to do that. We're going to scratch my boy Justin. Sorry about that, buddy. I'm going to go ahead, edit up the AHL lines, and then we're going to get maybe a month of simulation done, see how this team works out. Shane Wright and Rick McMuffin on the same line. What a time to be alive. Okay, so power play, penalty kill is all good to go. This year is playoffs or bust with McMuffin on the squad. Oh my god, this is going to be awesome. I am going to check out a few teams here that I want to check out. Obviously the Newfoundland Growlers, see what they did over the course of the offseason. We got a whole bunch of new scouts. Everything is all good to go. Let's have a look at Newfoundland. I know they had Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Let's see what else they did in free agency and in the course of the offseason here. Before we check out Newfoundland, actually, have a look at the New York Islanders. So they're playing Smashkov ahead of Michkov. They got the Ovs here. That's awesome. I mean, I'd rather throw Warren Fogle on the second line than put Michkov there, but hey, that's just me. They're actually pretty deep, to be honest with you. He's playing with Pajot and Anders Lee. Okay, that's kind of nasty, not going to lie to you. And then, of course, we got to check in on the Rangers here, the absolutely stacked Rangers with Mika Zibanejad on the fourth line, Artemi Panarin playing with Ty Ronning. You absolutely love to see it. Oh my god, this team is ridiculous. They have to make a trade or something. What the hell? Ottawa still looking good here with Timmy Superstar. All right, let's have a look at Newfoundland, see what they did. They got Bo Horvat. Please tell me you paid this man $14 million. Oh my god, you paid him more. 15.2. Oh my god, I love Bo Horvat. Don't get me wrong. He is one of my favorite players, but the guy is not worth that. He had 1 year where he had over 100 points, and his closest point total to that is 82. Honestly, Newfoundland, enjoy that contract. Oh my god. Okay, so they got Giroux, Horvat, Duclair. They also got May, which was that stud they got 5th overall. Big power forward. He's playing with Henrik Borgstrom and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. They also, don't forget about this guy, Zane Appleby. Remember him? He was drafted. Look at his shooting category. My god. Just nasty. He was drafted 4th overall in 2022. So he made the squad. Yeah, I mean, they're looking good. I'd change some things up on their lineup, but hey, what do I know? Owen Power, he's still an 84. Their defense is still really, really weak. That's something that is definitely going to have to be worked on, but John Gibson between the pipes, damn. Now, if there's any team in particular you'd like to see, I can definitely check it out here for the next episode. Just let me know in the comments. But I think it's time we start off a simulation. Look who we have the first game against. The Pittsburgh Penguins. Oh, man. It just works out perfectly. Now, I'm wondering if they're playing Albert. Do they have Albert on their team? Or is he going to be hanging out with Wilkes-Barre there in the American Hockey League? Let's see what they're doing here. They also drafted that other stud. They are playing Albert. Okay, they're playing Albert and they're playing Paul. So, yeah, interesting. Okay, and they got Connor Garland. All right, so former Alaska Ice Eagle, Connor Garland. He went to free agency and he signed with Albert and the Pittsburgh Penguins. All right, okay, I see you. I see you over there in Pittsburgh. Let's go. Game number 1 against the Penguins. Rick McMuffin's NHL debut. It's here in Pittsburgh. The team that drafted him, we traded Albert for him and a prospect defenseman. Here we go. Start this thing off right, McMuffin. Let's go, Tolvanen. Start the season off right here. Playoffs or bust, period number 1. And it's 2-1. Okay, Kiefer Bellows, he gets a big goal. Looking for a big year from Kiefer. Ryan O'Reilly and John Marino score on Hunter Lightning, period number 2. All right, 3-2. Kasperi Kapanen, he scores on his former team. And then Connor Garland scores on his former team. It's kind of funny. We're being outshot like crazy here in the PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Lots of P's. Let's go here. Can we tie the game up? This would be a perfect time for McMuffin. Hop off the bench. Go bar south, baby. Shane Wright as well. First NHL game. And Eli Tolvanen. First game with his new squad. You absolutely love to see it. And then Luke Roach talking about first games. And then Dougie Hamilton. Boom. A 3-goal outburst in less than 5 minutes. Luke Roach, first NHL game, first NHL goal. I feel like we didn't talk about that guy quite enough. He gets a big one. Eli Tolvanen, there you go. What a start to the year here in Alaska. Dougie with 1-1. Let's see about McMuffin. Let's see about some other guys here. So Dougie Hamilton had 1-1. Victor Soderstrom had 1. Shane Wright got an apple, +2. That's awesome. Tolvanen had the 1 goal with 3 shots. Unfortunately, McMuffin didn't get a point, did have a shot, and he was a +1. So not bad at all. All right, Luke Roach, there you go, making an immediate impact. I'm a big Luke Roach fan. Hopefully he sticks around for a long time. Big power forward. Let's keep the good times going. Game number 2 against the Carolina Hurricanes, Dougie Hamilton's old team, period numero uno, and it's 3-2. Okay, lots of goals. Third and fourth liners coming through huge. Luke Roach once again. Shane Wright on the power play, but they had 3 to start the game. 3 within like the first 4 minutes. Oh my God. Olofsson, Aho, Palmieri, Aiden Hill, buddy, we need you here. We need you on these back-to-backs. Luke Roach and Shane Wright get goals for us. Shane Wright's first career NHL goal comes on Thatcher Demko. Get that puck, period number 2. 4-4. Okay, Tolvanen gets 2. Svechnikov gets another. Okay, so Tolvanen's got 3 goals in his first 2 games. That's awesome. I really hope he's going to put up some serious numbers here with Big Bad Zion. Speaking of Zion, where you at, buddy? This would be a perfect time to get your first goal. Maybe we get an overtime game? Who knows? Power play. Okay, shots are kind of even. They're pulling away a little bit, 37-32 on the power play. They don't get a goal. We kill it off, Tyroning style, dumping pucks, 35-38. Let's go into overtime here just for fun before we end off the video. Are we going into the extra frame? Yes, we are. All right, here we are in the PNC Arena in Carolina. They're rocking their reverse retros. We don't got the reverse retros quite yet. Oh no, Teravainen comes in, but a huge save from Hunter Lightning. We take a penalty? Oh my God, before I can even get through with what I'm saying. Dougie Hamilton, the skate of shame. Okay, back to the jerseys here. Lots of green on the ice. We're rocking our alternates. They're rocking the Hartford Whalers reverse retro. We take a penalty. Not ideal. We're going to have to be really smart here and kill this off. Aiden Hill. Sorry, I said Hunter Lightning before, but it's Aiden Hill between the pipes. All 6'6" of them. Svechnikov in front. Oh my God. Over to Olofsson. Gets blocked in front by Colton Parayko. Oh my God. They're coming fast and furious here. Dump that puck. Tyler Steenbergen. Oh my God, Victor Olofsson, what a shot earlier and what a shot in overtime on the Dougie Hamilton penalty. They were hemming us in our own zone. There was no surprise that was going in. All right, Victor Olofsson, fine in those nice reverse retro jerseys. I guess I'll give you that one. Yeah, what a shot. Poor Aiden Hill, that sucks. Well, I can't leave on a loss like that in overtime. Let's go up here against the Washington Capitals. Capital One Arena. They are 0-1-1. They're looking for their first win, and we are 1-0-1. Make sure Washington is still winless here after this game. Period number 1. Okay, could get another overtime game here. Maybe an overtime W. Period number 2. Okay, 2-0. Alexander Ovechkin. Okay, here we go, Zion. It's time. Ovi scored. Okay, Miko Leitnin. There you go. Big Finnish defenseman scores on Samsonov. Hopefully we can get another one here. Zion, it's your time, buddy. Not Kaprizov. I forgot he went to Washington. Oh man, Kaprizov makes it 3-1. Nothing from Zion here early on. That's interesting. 8 minutes left. Are we going to lose to Washington? Maybe we got a little bit cocky there. Zion Bertuzzi, there you go. Scores his first of the year. Ask and you shall receive. Nygaard, Joakim Nygaard, but Tolvanen comes right back. This game suddenly became very interesting. 2 minutes left. Can we tie the game up after 5 goals in the third period? Pull the goalie. 25 seconds left. Arturi Lehkonen puts the icing on the cake. Unfortunately, the comeback falls just short. Zion with a big night, Tolvanen with another big night. I think Tolvanen could be an awesome addition for our team. I think he could be so good. I want to see a McMuffin goal. That's what I'm trying to slow sim for. I want to see a McMuffin goal. So I'm going to slow sim the next 2 games here, starting it off with a little bit of slow simming. We start off with 3 games. We start off with 4 games on the road, and then our home opener is against the Habs. So why not here? Let's see if we can get a Rick McMuffin goal number 1. Shane Wright got his first. Luke Roach got his first. Tolvanen's got a whole whack of goals. It's time for McMuffin to score. Period number 1. And my game froze? No, period number 1. Okay, just didn't register. I got kind of scared there. Period number 2. Okay, 2-0. Limbaum and Pavel Bushnevich. Okay, guys, having some trouble scoring here. Travis Konechny makes it 3-0. Who's actually been one of the hottest players in the NHL. He's been a beast. And there it is! Rick McMuffin scores on Katahat, scoring his first career goal. I don't care if we lose this one. This game's a W. Rick McMuffin with his first. There you go, baby. You love to see it. Congratulations, Mr. McMuffin. Imagine like the announcers having to say McMuffin all the time. And just imagine like Mike Milbury saying McMuffin. That's hilarious. Okay, so unfortunately we lose. McMuffin does get his first goal. One more slow sim game, then we're going to end off this video. We got our home opener here in the Igloo. Looks like Montreal was 3-1 and we are 1-2-1. So not a great start. Zion's been kind of slow here. And then in the next episode we got Pittsburgh for game number 1. Lots of action here. Let's go. Come on. End off with a W. Period number 1. 2-0. Miko Leitnin and Shane Wright. There you go, baby. Period number 2. 4-2. Okay. Luke Roach and Biggie Schmaltz. There you go. Got Garnett Hathaway and then Cam Fowler scores. We got offered Cam Fowler quite a few times from Anaheim, but it looks like he went to Montreal. All right. Got a nice 4-2 cushion here. There you go. Rick McMuffin on the power play. Goals in back-to-back for the Muffin Man. Do you know the Muffin Man? Everybody knows the Muffin Man. He's got goals in back-to-back games. 5-on-4 power play. We don't capitalize. Zion's been kind of slow here, but I'm sure he's got an assist on every single goal. Kiefer Bellows, the big guy, he gets the 6-2 goal, and that is an awesome way to show our fans it is playoffs or bust for the Alaska Ice Eagles. We're not here to mess around this year. Kiefer Bellows, 5 hits, goal and an assist. Miko Leitnin, a goal and 2 helpers. Not a bad start. Eli Tolvanen with 6 points in his first 5 games here with the Alaska Ice Eagles, making an immediate impression. Let's have a look and see what everyone else is up to. Hedman's got 6 points as per usual. Kiefer Bellows has 5. Shane Wright's got 5. That's awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Zion's a point per game defenseman. Luke Roach has 3 goals. There you go. McMuffin's got 3. Dougie's got a goal and 2 helpers. So everyone's producing. That's nice. It's kind of slow for Alex Wenberg, though. I'm noticing Wenberg and Burakovsky are not really doing a whole lot, but it's still really early. Not going to push the panic button. I am seeing some minuses here from Tolvanen, from Bertuzzi. We could switch Wenberg and Biggie Schmaltz once again. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. 2-2 for Hunter Lightning. Let's just have a look around the entire league. Let's see who's leading. Let's say Leon Draisaitl. Why not? No, it's Martin Necas, of course. 12 points in 6 games. Stammer's got 12-4, so yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good at hockey, that guy. And then Max Kazov, 8 goals in 5 games. Don't want to talk about it. Thanks for watching. We got a bunch done in this video. Tolvanen, welcome to Alaska. Miko Leitnin, Shane Wright, Luke Roach. Oh yeah, and maybe some guy, I don't know, you might have heard of him, Rick McMuffin. I think the plan is just to wait for Shane Wright to be good enough for the first line, and then unfortunately I think Biggie Schmaltz is kind of the odd man out. We'll have to wait and see here. Thanks for watching. I look forward to your comments. Rick McMuffin is an Alaska Ice Eagle. Tell all your friends, and I will see you in the next one.